It's that time of the year for many of us. Time to spring clean our homes. But what about our thoughts? Can we spring clean them too? In today's show, I'm sharing with you 3 ways you can spring clean your negative thoughts and spring clean your home too. Let's tap into the energy of spring to improve our homes and our thoughts. Come on in. It's time to choose happy. Are you ready to stop the negative thoughts and live your life free of the limiting stories and fear that stands in your way of living a happy life? Hey girlfriend, welcome to the Choose Happy with Marie show. I am so happy you're here. My name is Marie, and for the majority of my life, I lived with negative thoughts that was often labeled as depression. My breakthrough happened when I broke free from the negative thoughts and I learned the power of choosing happy. In this podcast, you will learn positive self-talk using affirmations aligned with healthy habits, tangible ideas to connect with yourself, to finally figure out what makes you really happy, and everyday living solutions that can help guide you in living a happy life. It's time to get off the hamster wheel of everyday living and intentionally living our life, one choose happy choice at a time. Come on in. We are choosing happy. Do you like to clean your home in the spring? Love that cleaning feeling. I love the cleaning feeling. I just don't actually love the cleaning part. But I do love how my spaces feel after doing the cleaning. Hi, how are you? I hope you're doing well, and I hope you're embracing the spring energy. I know I am. I'm really appreciating the blue sky when it happens and just the warmer weather. It's just awesome. I actually used to not like spring cleaning my home. It's a lot of work with an already full-time job and family. I'm sure you can relate as well. I remember my mother cleaning the house and making us clean as well every Saturday morning. That was actually number 1 priority. She had a very clean house. Me, not so much. I mean, it's a clean house, but in the weekly routine, it's not my number 1 priority on Saturdays to clean my house because I work on the show on Saturdays, and I've also started providing coaching to a few clients. So that has become my priority for Saturdays. So I kind of squeeze in the cleaning, after I've done this work, or on Sundays or in the evenings as I can. It's still a priority, but it's just not my number 1 priority for a Saturday. How about you? When do you like to do your cleaning? Do you do spring cleaning? Spring cleaning to me, it does matter. I love the feeling of new beginnings, and I love doing it when it's spring-like conditions. There's just something with, I don't know, I'm very much attuned to the universe and the vibes that are in the energy, in the air. So that's why I'm tapping into the energy of spring. I love that feeling of cleaning our physical spaces. I really like that. But what about our mental space? Well, that's what today's show is all about. So I wanted to share some spring cleaning our homes tips, but I also want to tap into how we can spring clean our negative thoughts as well. But before we dive into that, I want to share a review from one of our listeners, and I really appreciate when you take the time to leave me a review on your favorite podcast app. Thank you so much for doing so. This one is by play_dr22. And she says, you can choose happy. This revelation is huge for any of us that have a tendency towards negativity. I found Marie and she speaks truth. I needed this years ago. Now her episodes reminds me of the truth. Thank you so much. I really appreciate you taking time out of your busy day to leave a review. If you haven't already done so, please do leave a review for the show on your favorite podcast app. When you leave a review, you're telling me that you're enjoying the show, and I really appreciate having the feedback. And you're also telling others to give it a listen as well. It helps the show be found on the podcast search app, actually. And it only takes a couple of minutes. Okay, it's very easy. You just scroll down and then you select the number of stars. Hopefully you're selecting a 5-star review. and you just write a few words. And it really makes a tremendous difference for the show, for me, and for others who are looking for support just to help them choose happy for living their life. So thank you so much. You can pause the show right now and scroll down and do that, or wait until the show is done and do it afterwards. Thank you so much. Really appreciate you. Now, let's dig in. So, I'm sharing with you today 3 ways how we can spring clean our negative thoughts and our home. I thought we'd tap into both of those things. Number 1, well, let's first declutter the physical space in our homes. I know decluttering is an ongoing to-do that has no end. Yep, no end. At least that's what it feels like for me. And I hope I haven't triggered any negative thoughts by suggesting this tip. It does matter to clean our spaces. When we have a cluttered physical environment, it can cause stress and anxiety for us and our family. We can't find anything. Things are just all over the place, and it can feel overwhelming to us. My favorite approach for decluttering in the spring season, I thought I'd share that with you, or at any time of the year when I am doing more of a deep clean, is to actually go room by room, and I take 3 large containers with me. A container or a garbage bag, just 3 different things that you can put things into. And so identify them as follows. So I carry these 3 things to each room. Number 1 is for donations. So as I'm decluttering, I'm making a choice. Is this something I want to keep, or can I give it to somebody else to enjoy? The second container is a need action container. This means these items that I put into this container either needs to be fixed, there's something wrong with it, or the item needs to be mended. You know, there's an item of clothing that needs a button sewn or something like that. I will actually put it into this container, and this container is an action container that I have to take action afterwards, but not at that point in time. I'm just gathering things. And then I have a third container that are for things that need to go into another room. I find that really helps because I don't know about you, sometimes I will find something in one room and then I'm like, oh, this could be in the bedroom. And then I go into that other bedroom and then I put that thing away. And guess what? I start decluttering that room. So I don't know if that happens to you as well, but I find that having these 3 large containers, they help focus me on just that one room I'm in, one room at a time. I find that having a clean and organized space, that's my motivator. I do like the end result of that. I find it can help improve my mood. So if you're feeling like your mood is low, sometimes the act of cleaning actually can help improve our mood. And if you feel like this task of spring cleaning, decluttering your home can be overwhelming for you, I have a little something for you. I actually created a spring cleaning checklist that guides my cleaning. It's just a 1-pager. It's room by room. And if you've been with me on the show for a little while, you know I like to check mark things. There's a lot of power for check marking to saying that things are done. So I actually created this 1-page spring cleaning checklist that you can check off every time you finish something in every room. And I'm planning to send it out to our Choose Happy members this week. So if you're not yet a member, that's okay. Send me an email, and the link will be in the show notes with the subject line Spring Cleaning Checklist. So, I don't want you to miss out. If you're looking for some support, just a handy thing that you can just look at to guide you, I'll be sending that 1-page PDF to members, and I'll send it to you as well. Just drop me an email. So that's the first thing. The second thing, so now we're going to go a little bit more within. Let go of what no longer serves you in your today life. The energy of spring brings the vibes of renewal and growth. This is about connecting with yourself and reflecting on what your life is today. For many of us, we carry a lot of baggage from the past. And it's not all good baggage, whether that's physical or mental. To do this task, I find it helps to write in a journal or a notebook, right? Like I often invite you with journal prompts to write in your notebook. But for this task, I invite you to consider a different approach. This approach is to write on loose leaf paper, a notepad that you can rip the pages out. You know, the old school 3-ring binder, loose leaf paper, that kind of thing. And I invite you to reflect on negative thoughts that you've been having lately that has held you back from living a happy life. What are you still holding on to? Here are a few journal prompts that you can ask yourself as you write down on that piece of paper. What negative thoughts are recurring in my mind lately? Are they thoughts of the past? Why am I still holding on to them? How are these negative thoughts negatively affecting my life today? Are they trying to protect me? From what? And the last question, can I let them go? Can I use the energy of spring to let them go? What good can happen in my life if I let them go? Reflect on those journal prompts. After the show, when you have some quiet time, answer the questions to the best of your ability at that point in time. There's no right or wrong answers, answers to the question. I invite you to let them go. Let the past go. So you're writing your responses on the piece of paper, and then you're going to let them go. Literally. I invite you to tear up the paper. Yep, that's why I suggested not using your pretty notebook for this. Tear up the paper into small pieces and throw it out. You can also burn it too, if you're in a place that you can do that. You can shred it if you have a shredder. It's really important that you do this, that you do destroy it, because there is a lot of power in ripping something up. You may have noticed that when you do write in your notebook, you may hold back from writing what is really on your mind, especially if it's negative thoughts that you wouldn't want anyone to read. When you destroy something right away, no one will see it. So you can be truthful in what you write. And when we are truthful with ourselves, that's where the magic happens. It's where transformation can happen. This, of course, is optional. Everything I talk about on the show is always optional, and I always leave it to you to decide how you would best approach it. If you still would prefer to write in your journal or your notebook, that's okay. Whatever resonates with you. If you do it this way, you could look back on the progress that you've made over time, letting go of your thoughts. So you can do that too. So it's up to you. And the third way, improve your morning routine. For those of us who live in a 4-season climate, we may have had less sun and cold for the past few months. So it may have been a little more challenging to motivate ourselves to get up and follow through on a good morning routine. No worries. Let the energy of spring give you this opportunity for a new beginning. What is a good morning routine? If you've been with me for a while, I often refer to the Choose Happy morning routine, which is my foundation for starting every day on a good foot. Absolutely. There are mornings when I wake up and I have a tendency towards negative thoughts right away in bed. I still do. It requires effort. Well, I at least have that checklist that I do the different items on the checklist and it gets me going. It's like get up, get going, get dressed, shower, all that kind of stuff. And sometimes when we're so deep into negativity, we need a checklist to just look at and guide us. It's going, okay, just keep going. Next item, next item, next item. That absolutely helps me on any day that I may start off with a little bit of negativity. And I put it in my bathroom where I can see it. And I just follow along. And I check mark, because I love the power of check marking, actually in my mind, so that I don't have to print many copies of it. I just have one, but I go check mark in my mind. And it makes me feel like I'm accomplishing things and I'm moving from the negative thought to a more positive energy that I bring to my day. So I talk with a lot of people because I'm so passionate about morning routines who don't even give a second thought to their morning routine. And maybe that's you as well. Maybe you hit the snooze button twice, maybe even 3 times. Then you're immediately stressed because you don't have any time to get dressed and eat before you have to be somewhere. Maybe that's you. And if it is you, let me ask you, okay, we're going to do a little bit of tough girlfriend love here because this show is all about, girlfriends. How's it working out for you? Are you living a happy life or are you just getting by? Living life to its fullest potential is not about just getting by. It's about enjoying the day. It's about being in the mindset where you welcome the positives, the positive energy that can come in a new day. It's about living each day, each hour, each minute to the fullest. And you can't do that if you're already behind the 8 ball before 9 a.m. All right? Okay? That's all the tough love I'm giving. If you don't already have it, download the Choose Happy Morning Routine Guide. It's a free PDF that is linked to the show notes, and it comes with bonus affirmations from the Choose Happy affirmation card deck, so you can give them a try too if you're new to affirmations. Links are in the show notes, and you can take the suggested morning routine and tweak it as it applies to your own life and your own routine. Let the energy of spring give you the motivation, because you may be looking for some motivation right now, to improve your morning routine. All right? All right, let's recap. 3 ways to spring clean your negative thoughts and your home. Number 1, declutter the physical spaces in your home. 1 room at a time. Go room by room with 3 large containers. Donations, needs action, or it's going to another room. That's what the 3 containers are for, but stay focused on that 1 room and then you'll get through it. Number 2, let go of what no longer serves you in your today life. Let go of past regret. Use the journal prompts to guide your thinking, and if it resonates with you, rip up the paper. Write it on a loose leaf piece of paper and rip it up so that you don't worry about anybody seeing what you just wrote. There's a lot of power in that because it allows you to be truthful without worry of someone seeing what you wrote. And the third one, improve your morning routine. No more excuses. If you are in a reactionary mode from the moment you get out of bed, you need to improve how you start your day. Use the trigger of spring, a new season, to get motivated to improve your morning routine. You can live a better life, but you have to take action to see different, to see better results for your life. Don't procrastinate. Don't say you're going to do it next month. Honestly, the energy of spring is a really great energy to work with. Ideas without action do not produce changes in your life. So a little friendly reminder before I end the show, I will be sending out the spring cleaning checklist, the 1-page PDF, to Choose Happy members. This is the checklist that I use to clean my home. If you're not already a member, send me an email with the subject line spring cleaning checklist and I'll send it out to you. My email is in the show notes. I will also include a link to a related episode that I did last spring that has more tips and a positive affirmation from the Choose Happy card deck for decluttering your space. Wishing you a wonderful week, choosing happy. Cheers! I hope today's episode empowered you to choose happy as you live your upcoming week. If so, please take a minute and share this episode with a family or friend who could benefit from it. I'd also love it if you could take 30 seconds and leave a review on your podcast app. Just scroll down and you'll see the space to leave a review. Doing this helps the show be found by others who are also looking to break free from negative thoughts and live a happy life. Remember to sign up to become a Choose Happy member to receive free resources as they become available. Link is in the show notes. Thank you for listening. Take good care. and see you next week.